Hi, I'm Randy Schroeder. I wish so much that I could be with you right now. I want to look you in the eye and I want to shake your hand. I want to try to express to you the importance of the upcoming MVP/MonaVie 2.0 introduction in Dallas. And to properly illustrate the importance, I'd like to let you borrow from one of my life experiences. Way back in 1989, back about the same time the Earth's crust was cooling, that's when I got involved in the network marketing industry. Of course, that day, I couldn't get involved in MonaVie because MonaVie wasn't yet born. I had to have some experiences to grow me into MonaVie. But February 1st of 1989, I became a distributor in this unbelievable industry of network marketing. And I didn't know it, but now looking back, I realized that I was carrying some pretty heavy baggage. I think there's a chance that you might be carrying some baggage too. I had to find a way to let it go before I could become successful. And once again, I'll let you borrow my experience. I was interacting with a leader named Craig. It was February 1st. I lived in San Diego, and there was an upcoming conference. It was called Catching the Wave. It was going to be held in Salt Lake City, Utah. And Craig said, Randy, you'll need to book your flights and make your reservations. I look forward to speaking with you and meeting you in person at Catching the Wave. And I kind of gave him the yeah. Since then, I've undergone some personal growth, but I sort of said the yeah with no intention whatsoever of being there. And then we started interacting in the business. Day 1, day 2, day 3, pretty soon it's February 4th and 5th. And every day, Craig was saying, Randy, have you purchased your airplane tickets? Have you registered for the conference? Have you booked your hotel room? And I kept sort of saying, yeah, with no intention whatsoever of being there. Finally, Craig did for me one of the greatest services anyone's ever done. On February 8th, he made it point blank. Randy, have you made your reservations for the conference? Randy, did you buy your airplane ticket? Randy, have you booked your hotel room? And that day I said, you know what, Craig? I'm not going to go. And I revealed some of my baggage. I said, I need to make money, not spend it. And so what was some of my baggage? Some of the baggage I was carrying was, I'll bet people want me there so they can make money off me. That's why they want me there. I revealed some of my baggage. I wasn't thinking of what was I going to get out of it. I was thinking of what was someone else going to get out of it. Completely backwards thinking. And then I revealed some more of my baggage. I said, the last thing I need, Craig, is a cheerleading session. More of my baggage. I didn't understand with no knowledge, no advanced knowledge whatsoever. I've learned that contempt before understanding is a great weakness, and it was evidence of one of my character flaws. I said, no, I'm not going to go. I don't need a cheerleading session. And then Craig did something wonderful for me. He said, Randy, you're one of the most arrogant people I've ever met. You're going to fail. I don't want any part of your failure, and so I'm going to opt out of this relationship. I was taken aback. I said, what do you mean you're going to opt out of the relationship? He said, you can stay involved in the company, but you got to find somebody else to work with. You're going to fail, and I don't want any part of it. I said, Craig, what do you mean this arrogance thing you threw at me? That hurts a little bit. And he said, Randy, how much money have you made in this industry? Hadn't made my first dollar, hadn't earned a check. He said, Randy, I've earned tens of millions of dollars. You haven't earned one. And instead of you begging me to tell you how to succeed, begging me to share with you this knowledge and wisdom, you're telling me how you're going to do it. That is a recipe for disaster, and I don't want any part of it. Craig was right, I was wrong. I limped into Salt Lake City to the Catching the Wave function. And while there, two or three things occurred that helped me open my eyes to network marketing, helped me loosen my grip on the baggage. I can't tell you I was able to drop it all that day, but I loosened my grip. Here are the things that occurred. I walked into a room full of people, and I gravitated towards those who seemed to be my peers. I thought I was all that. Now I know in hindsight. I didn't realize it then, but in hindsight, see, I was a senior vice president at a big New York Stock Exchange brokerage firm. I was placing myself above the industry. That could be evidenced by looking at my candidate list. All the people on my candidate list were people who were less successful than I. I was placing myself above the industry. I met a gentleman named David Poli. He owned a whole bunch of radio and TV stations. I couldn't believe it. He was so much more successful than I had ever been, and he was completely enthralled with the industry. Wow, people more successful than me, people who know things I don't know, are not just interested but in love with this industry. There's more than I thought, and my fingers started to loosen on the grip on the baggage. My eyes started to open. And then something else happened. I met a whole room full of people who hadn't accomplished some of the things that I had accomplished, who hadn't been blessed the way I had been blessed yet financially. And they were enthralled, they were excited about it. And here's what I began to realize. I started for the first time to realize how and why the fundamental principles which govern network marketing are superior to those that govern conventional business. I was walking into a room full of people who had hope, who had shared goals, mutual ambitions. They were working together, not separately. In the brokerage industry, I was in such intense competition with every other broker. For me to win, someone else had to lose. For someone else to win, I had to lose. There was no camaraderie. Our competitive position put us in conflict one with another. And there I saw people celebrating others' rank advancements. And I began to realize there was something more. There was something more there. My eyes got open. I started to drop more baggage. I saw that, in fact, network marketing, when it's done correctly, can be the very best way to move products from the point of manufacturer to the end line user. I saw that when it's done correctly, it can be the best way to generate income, and I met people who were living a quality of life that I wanted. How grateful I am that Craig shook me that day and said, Randy, you have to be there. I want to do you the same favor. I want to shake you. I want to tell you it's really, really important for you to be at MonaVie 2.0 in Dallas. It's really, really important for you to see the introduction of MVP in Dallas. It's coming up in just a few days. The 13th and 14th of January 2012 can be for you the kind of a pivotal day, landmark day, turning point day that February 9th of 1990 was for me. I want that for you. Then, you know, as I sat there in the room was emptying out, it was over, and I started hearing this echo. And what was the echo that I was hearing? I was hearing the echo of Craig saying, Randy, you can use the event one of two ways. You can use it to grow you, and how desperately, Randy, you need to grow. He said, you can use it to grow you, or far better, you could use it to launch a business. Launch a business? You can have people there with you, he said. Well, of course, I had no intention of even going myself. How could I make phone calls and invite others to go? I realized the error of my ways. The event had opened my eyes. I was loosening the grip on my baggage. I could see with clarity there was something here. But now I had to go back home and try to express as an individual what the power of the event had done for me. An almost insurmountable task. You know, I had a chance that I wish you also had. The chance was that 42 days later there was another similar event. There may never be another event like MonaVie 2.0. There may never be another event like the introduction of MVP. This is pivotal. This is critical. This is one of one. Will there be other opportunities to see what MonaVie is and can be? Of course, but there'll never be again the introduction of MVP, the first global system ever introduced by any network marketing company. There will never again be this chance. Are you carrying some baggage? Have you never been in the industry before and this is a first look for you? Are you carrying some of the same kind of baggage I was carrying? What if you are a MonaVie distributor and you've gone through a period of stagnation in your business? Are you carrying some baggage? I can say almost without question, whoever you are, whatever your experience, you got some baggage. You need to drop it. The only way to drop it that I've become familiar with, the only way I've ever seen it happen is to be a part of an empowering event, what I call a major empowering event. A chance for education, for us to learn, to see what is new, what's changed, what's better, how's it improved. A chance, by the way, I thought once, if I can just become educated and educate others, that'll do the deal. Then I found out the world's full of educated people who don't accomplish their goals. There has to be more. There has to be some source of outside motivation that causes us to become willing to take actions we weren't willing to take yesterday.